So today we are going to discuss something about crude oil option strategies. Uh, as we know that Algoways has been running some intraday option strategies in crude oil which starts after 3:30, and they had been doing quite good since September, but this particular expiry has been not so good. Still, we are not in any kind of big damage. But today, the topic of discussion is something different, which is a crude oil positional strategy. So, what we do in this strategy is that we take a positional trade in the new expiry, that is, first day of the expiry, new expiry, or maybe on the second day, depending upon the condition. This is a condition based entry for the first entry in the new expiry, and then depending upon the market moves, we do the adjustment. The strategy does the adjustments and try to capture the theta decay right from the expiry of new expiry till the end of expiry. So the major challenge in a positional strategy in crude oil is the wild moves during the intraday as well as the gap ups and gap down overnight. So we'll be discussing all the risks involved and how the strategy has performed over last 2 months. We have been doing this strategy live since you can say January 1st to be precise, and it's around 2 months that we have done this strategy, and we will discuss how it has performed, what kind of risk it has gone into, and what kind of return it has given. So let me just take you through the crude oil movement in last 2 months, specifically in the new expiry, that is March expiry. We will discuss. Now, something about expiries in crude oil. There is some confusion with so many guys that somebody feels that still it is Thursday, which is the last day of the month, like NSC is the crude expiry. It is not so. People who have been doing crude oil trading, they know it well when the expiry is and how it works. So in crude oil, we have expiry, two types of expiries, two expiries basically. One is normal futures expiry. We know we trade crude oil future, which is the heaviest trading instrument in MCX in India. So we have two expiries. One is crude oil future expiry. So when does this future expiry happen? The thumb rule is that the future expiry is 5 working days prior to 25th of every month. This is very important to understand. So let us see, in the month of March, you count 5 days before 25th. So 25th is Saturday, so we count down 5 days less, 24, 23, 22nd, 21st and 20th. So 20th is 5th working day prior to 25th. So the crude oil expiry, future expiry, it will be on 20th of March. And now for the option expiry, which we are more concerned of, crude oil option expiry. It will be 2 days prior to futures expiry. So 20th is futures expiry. Go back further 2 days, that is 17th and 16th. So 16th of March is the options expiry. So this will be valid for every month. So you count 5 working days prior to 25th and then count 2 working days prior to futures expiry to find out the crude oil option expiry. So at present we are working in this particular option expiry. That means our current expiry will be happening on 16th of March. Another point to note about expiry and specific to live trading, that no broker allows you to trade in the current month expiry on the expiry day. due to various risks involved due to physical delivery and all, no broker takes a chance to allow the option trading. So effectively, for a trader's point of view, the expiry is 1 day prior to option expiry itself. So 15th of March will be the last trades in the March expiries. So let us, and this expiry started on 17th of Feb. Okay, so 17th is 16th of Feb. 15th of Feb was the expiry day of Feb series. So 16th of Feb it started. Right. So we are running at present the March expiries, which started on 16th of Feb and will end on 16th of March, effectively 15th of March from trading point of view. So let us go back to the chart. This is a daily chart I have put. So if we see here, we started on 16th. 16th is this particular candle. So the rate was, when we started, the high was on this particular candle is 6573. Let us take 6535. So this was the rate of future where we started the March expiries, and then it went down to this level. So I am highlighting the high and low of the current expiries. So let us see, the high was 6536 and low is 6150. So this is the movement of crude during this expiry till now. So we can see that starting at 6536, say let us say 6500, and going down to 6150, let us say 6100. So 400 points range the crude has been during this expiry of March. We can see there were few big red candles. We don't see any green candle or blue candle in this case, which is quite big. But this particular candle, if you see here, is quite big a candle. So 6472 to 6253. So almost 230 points move in a single day on downside. We have another candle on 22nd as well, which is quite big and a red candle. And then there is a sharp recovery, the market going again back to the level of 6500 and then again down. Like yesterday it went down to 6150 and closed around 6300. So it has been, the range has not been quite big. The range hardly has been around 400 points for this expiry. But within that range, the movement have been quite wild, basically, up and down. It has tested the high and low twice. So we have seen that 400 points down and 400 points up has been the movement of crude. So I have put this particular data in Excel sheet. So let us see how it looks like. So this is the March expiry. So what I have done, I have taken out the data day wise and have put it in Excel. Open, high, low, close, then days range, percentage day range, and what has been the gap up and gap down. We can see that there has not been any major gap up or gap down in this particular series yet, except around 144 point gap up one day, which is around say 2.5%. So 2.5% has been the maximum gap up in this particular series, and on gap downside we have seen only 75 point gap down, that is quite 1.25% odd. But the day range has been quite large. You see, not a single day the day range has been less than 1%. In fact, we have seen the day range of 4% as well. We have seen 3%. We have seen the biggest one 4.4% as well, and then other ranges also almost more than 2% every day, up and down. I am saying day high to day low. So it has been quite a month in terms of daily range or the expiry overall range, and the strategy has been trading this particular range, and we will see how the strategy has performed. So if you see here, we started at around when the crude was 6,500, and then it went to 6213 down, that is 287 point down. It went up to 6446, 233 point up again, then again down to 6148, down by 300 points, again went up by 6570, 422 points up. So this was the biggest move in this expiry. And then immediately from there it went down again to 6151, same low as 6148. So again a down move of 419 points. So you see the last two move, these two, it has been 420 points up, and next move has been 420 points down. And then of course last move has been 167 points from low to high. Yesterday it has happened 6150 to 6318. So if we see the total travel by the crude oil future has been around 1826 points. That means a move which was more than 200 points, except the last one, more than 200 points in one direction, that is up down, more than 200 points I have taken. And if you consider that as a total move, it has been 1826 point, and the total range has been 422 points as I earlier mentioned. So the percentage wise, it has been 6.7% move in the crude in this particular expiry. And we are trading through a non-directional strategy. We are not trading through any directional or semi-directional strategy. So the strength of the strategy lies in maintaining and giving some profit when the move is like that we have seen, more than 200 points up and down move at least 5 to 6 times one way. So that is where the strategy adjustments come into picture, and we try to capture the profitable theta decay in that. Now this was about March expiry. If we go back to February expiry, this is February expiry data. February expiry was little longer, 21 days. March expiry has been 16 days only because of February less number of trading days. So this has been February data. So if we see here, it has been like we started at around same 6481 level, and I have put the data this side. You can see 6500 was the strike which we initiated the trade. Then it went up down, and you can see how many times it has moved by these number of points, almost more than 200 points again one side, barring one or two incident where the move has been 150 odd points. If we see here, we have seen 345, 445, 411, 498. So these four have been four major moves in this February expiry. That is, you can see that from top of 6738, it went down to 6293. That was 445 points down move. And then we again have a down move from 6418 to 6007. That is again 400 points move. And immediately from 6007, we have a up move of 498 points. That is almost 500 points. So these are V-shaped moves in crude oil which has happened in February expiry. So how a non-directional strategy handles these moves, and let us see how much the strategy has generated the profit or loss. So I will go to TradePro now, wherein we will see the live data how the strategy has performed. Okay, so let me just filter this out. So this is, let me take this particular deployment. It is on 2x, started on 25th of December. And if we see here, these four has been, let me see, it started on 26th and ended on 28th. So this first counter of 5640 profit was December only. Now the second counter started 6500 strike on 29th December, exited on 4th January. Then third one has been started on 19th Jan and exited on 27th Jan. So this has been the profitability of the strategy since 25th of December. So we can say around 2 months and 15 days, that is 2.5 months. Okay, and in 2.5 months it has generated a profit of 1,13,440 on 11 lakhs. 11 lakhs is not needed, it can be traded in 10 lakhs average amount. So on 10 lakhs the strategy has generated around 1,13,440. So that is around 11% return in 2.5 months, which is not bad actually, around 4%. And the beauty of the strategy or the trades are that the amount of expense is very less, because we are hardly doing around 10 trades in particular counter. So let us say 20 trades. So 20 trades expense will be around 2000 rupees a month. So if you are generating around 4% per month, that is around 4% means 40,000 on 10 lakhs. So we are spending around 2000 rupees for the brokerage and other expenses. As we have seen the movement of crude in Feb and March series, it has been quite large, up to 500 points move. But we can see here that strategy has managed very well all these moves and generated the profit. Like last profit yesterday got booked, the second counter of January, this one in 17,680, and the last counter has been taken yesterday evening around 11:30 or so. So we have another 3 days to go, and let us see that we can generate around 1% more on this. So the strategy has been doing good despite all the moves up and down, and has generated a very consistent profit without much stress. Now, do we feel that it is so easy to make money in a positional strategy and there is no risk? The answer is no. There is definitely a risk of overnight gap ups and gap down. Normally, unless it's a very specific event like we had in Corona, or something like Russia-Ukraine war, or any major decision of OPEC which happened after the market close. Generally the OPEC decisions comes around 7 p.m. all the time, so that risk is not there. So the risk is that when we have a huge gap up and gap down opening, we will have some losses. Now the strategy in the initial part of a new expiry, when the premiums is around 300 rupees, will be able to manage a gap down of up to 400-500 points also. 400 points means around 6 to 7%. And 6 to 7% gap down or gap up in crude oil in normal circumstances is very rare, unless it's very specific news based and some drastic event happening around the world. So what do we do to avoid such incidents where we can expect that 10% gap up or gap down may be there? We cannot do much because we don't have liquidity to buy the hedges in crude oil. If we buy it through live auto, we may suffer a slippage of even 50 points also. So we cannot take the route of hedging the trade to avoid or to mitigate the risk of gap up or gap down. So what we have to consider here, we have to be watchful about the scenario going on around the world, and if something is, some news are going on wherein the crude oil prices can be affected, we have to be precautious, and if the premiums are below 150 or so, and we expect that there is some chances of gap up or gap down because of some news going on around, we take a hedge on the previous night, not far away hedge, but 100 point only maximum we can take OTM, up or down, C or PE. Other alternate is that we take a manual decision to exit the trade on that particular evening close. That's a manual intervention based on experience and based on the awareness of what is going on and what can affect the crude oil gap up or gap down. And there is no harm in that, because we don't have remedy of buying deep OTMs for avoiding the gap ups and gap down. So that particular time we have to take a decision whether we go with very near means one strike away hedges. Say suppose today our closing strike is 6300. So if we envisaged yesterday that there could be a gap up or gap down which is huge, and our premium is already around 120 or 110, so that makes it a risky proposition, because if market opens up gap up say 400 points tomorrow, our premiums are not good enough to handle the risk in that case. So in such cases, we either could have gone with the no position yesterday, or we could have taken a CE of CE buy of 6,400 and PE buy of 6,100. Yes, we will not gain much in the overnight, but we will be able to sustain our position without any damage. So that is the only thing we have to take care, and we do take care of this thing depending upon what are the news going on and if there is something which can affect the gap ups and gap down. So that much manual intervention we have to do at times. In last 2.5 months, there has not been any instance where we felt that we should be taking hedge, or we should be closing the position before close of market on the previous night. So till now it has gone as per the logic without any manual interventions regarding gap ups or gap down, and I hope this strategy will keep doing well, and it is able to handle 300 points gap up or gap down easily. That is around 5% gap up or gap down. We are not likely to suffer any major losses, and the strategy will continue if there is minor loss also to handle the situation and bring the P&L back in green. So this is the strategy, and I have shared the risk involved and what we can do to mitigate the risk. The strategy is running on TradePron for now, and I will put the link of the strategy in the description box of this particular video. People can subscribe it, and they can do offline or paper trade, but paper trade and offline in MCX does not make much sense. More so in intraday, it does not make sense, because we are entering daily, we are exiting daily. Still in optional, in positional trading, we can get some idea of strategy behavior from paper trade or offline trade, because we are doing very less entries and exits. So the results are more near to the paper trade in live auto as well in case of a positional strategy than the intraday strategy. In intraday, if you compare paper trade and the live auto trade, it is like 50% only you will get what paper trade is showing. So that can give an idea. Of course, I have shared the shared codes also for people to watch who don't want to go live straight away, and they can watch and take a decision. They can see various scenarios, how the crude oil behavior has been. And one more thing, during this 2.5 months, we have seen two circuits in crude. Two down circuits we have seen in crude oil, and the strategy has managed everything very well. Even yesterday also, when the premiums were low, day before yesterday we closed in a profit of around 9,000 per multiplier. And I was expecting that by tomorrow morning we will be able to book 10,000 rupees in this counter, because the counter profit and stop loss is 10,000 rupees. But what happened yesterday, we had quite a sizable gap down, and that profit from 9,000 came back to 3,000 only. 6,000 rupees and the profit was eroded. But the strategy kept doing its adjustment as per the logic, and you can see by yesterday evening we ended up, this was the yesterday evening counter, around 9,000 rupees per X. So we came back, the strategy came back to the same profit, and it exited. The logic of exiting at 9,000 instead of 10,000 is that if the strategy towards the closing of the day is nearing the counter target of 10,000, the strategy will exit at 9,000 as well, just in case there is a gap down or gap up tomorrow morning, and it goes back away from the target tomorrow morning. So that is the only thing behind doing this. So strategy has been able to manage its swings of P&L very well, and we have seen in month of February expiry, the strategy having a profit of 7,000, 8,000 at one time, then going down to minus 3,000-4,000, and then coming back and booking two counters of 10k each per X. So that has been the resilience of the strategy, and it does not give any kind of anxiety like we have in intraday. We just have to deploy it and forget about it, except managing any error, if any. So that anxiety factor is not there. So it is a very calm strategy to trade. It is suitable for the people who are not active trader, or people who have the reasonable expectations of say 3 to 4% per month on net basis, and they don't want to have that anxiety of intraday NSE or MCX trading. Of course, MCX, as I mentioned, has been tough in last 1 month for the intraday one. So I also have done some changes in the logic to arrest that. But despite all odds in intraday trading in crude oil strategies and the tough kind of market in intraday, this particular strategy has managed well and has been able to deliver the expected profit with which the strategy was made. So if somebody is having a reasonable expectation, he does not want to be involved into too many trades, the daily anxiety of intraday trading, P&L swings, watching the screen. Those who want to avoid all these things, they can consider deploying this strategy, and I hope it will do well. If there is any question or query on this particular strategy or any strategy of Algoways, you can connect with me, Deepak, on this particular WhatsApp number. So this is my WhatsApp number. You can connect with me on this, and we can discuss if there is any doubt or anything on this particular strategy or any strategy on crude oil or NSE as well. So thank you guys, that is it from me on this particular video. Have a nice weekend, and a request that if you like the content of the video and you feel that it is of some use, please like the video, refer it to your friends whom you feel they can get benefit from this, and subscribe and press the bell icon as well, because some more videos are in pipeline and they are all informative, not a marketing videos, so that you get the intimation when a new video comes up. Thanks again. Thank you for giving your time on weekend. All the best.